Well, in about a half hour from now, abortion advocates will gather in Harrisburg to ask state lawmakers to protect reproductive rights. Dennis Owens joins us live there at the state capitol with more on this debate. Good afternoon, Dennis.
Hey, good afternoon to you, James. There's supposed to be a pink out on the steps of the Capitol, but because of that air quality you've been talking about, they've moved it inside here to the Keystone Building. There's going to be a rally and press conference behind me about 12:30, but I want to bring in, we're going to give you a preview. Signe Espinosa, you're the head of Planned Parenthood Pennsylvania. Why are we here and what's the message?
Absolutely. So we're here today. We're gathering supporters across the state. We know that abortion won big in the midterms. Certainly it did in Pennsylvania. So it's about time that Harrisburg started acting like it. So that's why we're here today. We've seen zero action on pro-sexual and reproductive health bills in the legislature, and right now we're looking at $0 direct funding to real providers like Planned Parenthood.
We should mention that in Pennsylvania, abortion is legal up to 24 weeks. From what I hear at the legislature, nobody's even pushing bills to reduce that or put that in jeopardy. What's the concern?
Biggest concern is that I think a lot of folks are really comfortable right now. We know that abortion is safe and legal in the state of Pennsylvania, but the issue here is that it's not accessible, right? We have people who are traveling hundreds of miles every single day in our very own state. At the time that Roe became the law of the land, we had over 145 freestanding abortion providers. We're down to 18. So that should certainly give you a little bit of a knot in your stomach when we talk about access to care and we talk about the reality of abortion access in our state.
Give me one or two of the specific, what's your top bill, top one or two that you would like to see passed?
Wow, I would say number one is definitely our advanced practice clinician bill, which would further expand the scope of practice to allow nurse practitioners and midwives to provide abortion care. This is happening in 22 other states like New Jersey, and I think the second bill would be our access to contraceptives bill, which would expand access to contraceptives across the state of Pennsylvania.
Signe, thank you so much
Thanks
for that. Pink out coming up, James, as I said, at 12:30. We did talk to some folks at the PA Family Institute. They said, and they're a pro-life group, and they said most Americans think up to 24 weeks is plenty. In fact, they suggest most Americans would say up to 24 weeks is too much. That's 6 months. We will have more on that part of the story in our reporting later today. For now, that's the story from the Keystone Building, not the steps of the Capitol. James, let's send it back to you.
Yeah, definitely had to go inside there because of the air quality. Dennis, I think something important that you mentioned there with your interview is this is a rally that we're saying is about abortion, but it does seem like a lot of these bills that they want pushed forward have much more to do than just abortion, other reproductive rights issues.
That's right. And, there's a political component to this as well, James. While the folks at Planned Parenthood might have suffered defeat in the Dobbs decision by the U.S. Supreme Court, as she mentioned, they had a lot of success at the ballot box because that issue, they believe, energized a lot of Democratic voters to come out and stem that red wave we were expecting. Politicians see that. It's going to be interesting to see. I know I have heard from some Republican lawmakers who just as soon let that sleeping dog lie, don't want to get into abortion issues, knowing that it can rile up the other side and can cost them at the ballot box. That's the story at the Keystone Building. Let's send it back to you.
Absolutely, Dennis. Live there in Harrisburg. Thank you so much for that.